Hi there. So I wish to share a bit of information about how couples therapy usually works. It is a 3-hour assessment process, which is normally done over 3 weeks, but it can be done quicker if the couple does request it. So the process is you first attend as a couple, and the two of you will see the therapist in the first session. And then the next week, one of the individuals will come back and they'll have their individual assessment as part of the couples therapy. And then the next week, the other individual will come back and have their individual assessment. And then after that, you will get feedback from the therapist as to what they think the problems are, what kind of insight they've picked up on, and how they feel they might be able to help you. And at that point, they will have some very specific treatment goals from both parties in the relationship. And they will also tell you about the type of treatment that they offer. They'll monitor relationship satisfaction very closely, and they may do some questionnaires just to be able to monitor your progress. They will usually use techniques which are related to cognitive behavioral therapy. So looking at in the individuals in the relationship, what thoughts and beliefs they have that they may not have shared with one another already. Looking at behaviors in the relationship and looking at the emotional impact of these behaviors and how to create change based on your treatment goals. So whatever your goals are, the therapist will help you move towards those goals. And often what we find is that the goals for one person might be slightly different than the other person, but that's fine. We can focus on both people's goals in couples therapy sessions. The sessions are very much about practical skills. So often we help people practice different communication styles in the session. There can be a lot of emotion in these sessions because relationships tend to be a matter that's very close to the heart. So it can be difficult for people at times, but we're really there to provide a lot of honest feedback about what we're picking up on about that relationship so that we can help you achieve change. Sometimes we do things like ask that the couple have maybe a slightly difficult conversation, and we might leave the room and video that conversation and then come back, watch the video, and then give feedback to both parties. So we try and get it as real world as possible. We want people sort of communicating as similar as to how they do in their own environment, and sometimes another person being in the room, like the therapist, can get in the way of that. So we do use quite creative techniques at times to be able to help us get as much insight as possible. We often focus on increasing positive behaviors in the relationship and doing a lot of different tasks between the sessions, so actually assigning you tasks to do at home between the sessions to help you achieve change, and then coming back and feeding back how you got on. Usually the sessions are on a weekly basis, so you would come every week, once a week for a 50-minute session, and then after some time couples will usually, the frequency of their session will decrease. So they might come once every month, and then eventually they're finished the treatment process. There's often a very clear start and finish to the treatment because we're working towards a very specific treatment goal, or very specific set of treatment goals. I hope this information was helpful for you, and hopefully it helps you decide if couples therapy might be right for you. My name is Dr. Becky Spellman, and you're very welcome to contact me if you would like to know more, or if you'd like to have a brief chat with me over the phone before deciding to come in. Thank you.